This video continues from the previous. Okay, so when you are looking for green and sustainable materials, there are some certifications you can look for. I'm sorry, that came up in the middle of this. Okay. Energy Star, I know most people have heard of this. Energy Star is usually on appliances that is a voluntary program, but there are other institutions that do kind of hold them accountable, so you can mostly rely on what is provided. Water Sense. There's another one that Cradle to Cradle is based on not only environmentally safe and healthy materials, but that they recycle. And what they mean by cradle to cradle is that from birth to birth, right? So from the birth of the original product to the birth of the next product that it becomes, the manufacturing process makes very efficient use of water, and protects the water quality. And I did a tour of the Milliken plant, carpet tile manufacturing plant, and they were already doing this back in, what was this, 2000, the year 2000, where they recycled the water that they used in their process. That when you were done, or when the consumer was done with their product, they would take it, they would reclaim it and recycle it, and so that it became a cradle to cradle system. There is a whole bunch of these, and the link here is Elemental Green, elemental.green, and they are letting you know what certifications to look for. And obviously LEED we just covered in detail because they cover the whole system. There's also the National Green Building Standard, Green Seal certified, Safer Choice. There's a ton of them here, right? So that you can make sure that what you're looking for, the materials you're looking for, you can look for those seals, and that way you don't have to do the research, the deep research. Someone else has already done it for you. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Click on this one next. Oh, all right. Well, I actually know that they're for real. They must have moved around. There is the National Association of Home Builders, and they advocate for building designers, specifically residential, and builders in Washington, D.C. And they have, see if I can find the link. Oh, I don't see it. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, sometimes programs come and sometimes they go, and that's interesting. I wonder what happened to it. Okay, Green Seal is you guys all have seen that on the recycling bin, but here you go, some examples. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about this. So let's see if they maybe Amazon is going to show. Yeah, there we go. So for instance, things beyond the building, right? So if a client is looking for to furnish their new home, you can tell them about Green Seal. And apparently there are companies now that are including Green Seal in the identifying to the shoppers. So it just makes it easier for shoppers to identify which products are in line with their sustainability values. So there's that out there. So you can help your clients also. And you can see Georgia Pacific, Office Depot, Rubbermaid. So there's others that are starting to do this, to include this in their pledge to be more climate friendly. Okay, so in essence, LEED has provided a lot of different resources for us that we can use. So we can go back to the under their educational toolkit that will help us understand what we can do to be more sustainable in our projects. And, it requires initially up front, you have to do the research, you have to learn about what's there and then start applying it. And I would encourage you all to dig deeper with this and start applying this to the work that you're doing as you're putting your project together. Because the projects you're doing in the class right now are going to be projects that are going to be part of your portfolio that will help you get jobs and clients after you graduate. Okay, any questions, let me know, but we're going to end this here, and this will be the end for this series.